Good morning, everybody in the cryptoverse. It's Monday, December 21st, 3:49 a.m. Okay, we're taking a look at Litecoin. Let's see. Let's go back in the past. What I showed people before. Remember the inverse head and shoulders. I showed everybody. We broke out above this neckline right here. Now we're having a correction. Okay, correction. Now we're going to see if the correction is over or not. So we're going to take a look at further details on the 1 hour. Okay, we're on the 1 hour. Now I want you guys to observe. Remember, when we broke out at 110, we hit 110, was rejected. We broke it, was rejected again. We went through a valley, and then we came out the other side and broke 120. We broke 120, we were rejected. We broke 120 again, we were rejected. Now we're back in that valley again. So if you want to see what's going to happen on the right, you got to look to the left. 1, 2, valley, breakout. 1, 2, valley, and we all know what comes after that next. Okay? So this is the low point of the valley. This is the low point of the valley here. This is the peak of the valley over here. That's where we're at the peak of the valley over here, just before we go down, and we should come up to the other side and breach 120 and hold it. Okay? So don't be too excited when you see these things happening. It's just natural. If you're unsure, you always look to the past because it predicts the future. That's why we have history books. Okay, now let's go take a look at Stoch RSI and the MACD. Okay, Stoch RSI says on the 1 hour, with barely into overbought territory, we have more room to go up. We might not go up on this, even if this hits 100, we might have to go through another cycle. But to make sure of that, let's check the 2 hour. The 2 hour, we barely got started. Now we go to the 4 hour. Here goes your confirmation. Most traders use the 4 hour. We're at the bottom. What happens when we're at the bottom? There's no place to go but up. Let's take a look on the 8 hour. I'm sorry, 6 hour. We're just hit the bottom on the 6 hour. What happens when we hit the bottom on a 6 hour? We have no place to go but up. Let's check the 8 hour. The 8 hours in oversold territory. And their RSI, the blue line, has hit the bottom. Right, it looks like the market's being set for a surge up. Alright? We've seen this before where all the RSIs were on the bottom. And usually what happens, we get a good rise. I would say it's safe to say, now this is advice, not a financial, this is not, I'm sorry, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, give me a break. It's not financial advice in any form or way, it's just some guy's opinion. Get a little tongue-tied 3 o'clock in the morning. And this is also a shout out to my friend Stanwood Spartans. Stanwood Spartans, make a video how you found out the average of how the market maker is moving the price on LTC. Now usually in these wee hours of the morning, the market maker likes to get a 5% decrease. Right? He's manipulating the market to drive the price down 5% so he can go basically get cheap coin at a discount price by triggering people's stop loss. A lot of people might want to consider not using stop losses with this type of market maker involved in the market on LTC, which Coinbase refuses to disclose, And now Coinbase has an article coming out against it, New York Times. And unfortunately, when you get a hit article written about you in New York Times, the AG might be reading that in New York City. And she might decide to just take a look at Coinbase. And I don't think she's going to like what she finds because I already gave her the information and already spoken to her office. So she doesn't have far to go. Again, if you didn't hear me, Stanwood Spartans, this is a shout out to you. It's good to hear from you. I would like you to be a little bit more interactive. We got Jonathan Mitchell all over the place. He's been working with me on some things. Jonathan Mitchell actually worked with some of the people in the Litecoin Foundation and hasn't been paid from them in several cases. But you're not supposed to talk about the Litecoin Foundation because they get upset if you point out some very obvious facts. They'll try to get your channel taken down like they did mine. But as you can see, they were unsuccessful. Now here we go again. I think what we're going to do in this market is hit a double bottom at 110 before we go up. And again, if you're unsure, let's see the state of Bitcoin, because Litecoin follows it. Same pattern. Bitcoin steadily going up. We have some people, it's never going to go higher than 24,000, so they're selling off. You see one attempt, two attempt. The third is very close behind, and usually the third one's successful and goes through. Though we're going what it looks to be sideways, we're getting higher highs and higher lows on Bitcoin. So eventually when it does break, it should break up in the direction it's being pushed towards. And I guess that's about it. That's all I got to say. Good luck on your trading, everybody.